Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Welcome back to Victoria 3 and our Afghanistan run. All right, let's do this. Let's get back into it. We were, as usual, doing an afternoon run of this earlier today. So we made some good progress. So now...
So we made some good.
Oh, hello, me.
So now. So we made some good.
Oh, hello, me. I always got to say hello to myself, make sure the sound's working. Okay, so we made some good progress. So we are continuing trying to win the great game. Russia's in a commanding lead, but we're moving along. Let's see, we're 13th and moving up. We've got a decent-sized military. What are we ranked here? Yeah, 11th. We kind of moved down one from the Ottomans, but not to despair on that one. So tonight we should definitely hit at least 100 construction, but possibly more, as we try to keep the GDP going up, so that we can have a bigger military. Because eventually, we are going to have to start taking some of this land here. Unfortunately, Persia does not like us, and I'm starting to come to grips with the fact that they never will. But, oh well, oh well, oh well. We do have our power block, the Central Asian Union here. But we're not finding a lot of friends. But it's okay. We don't actually need it all that much. All right, so what are we actively building here? Yes, okay. So we are currently working on setting up munitions plants in Sindh so that we can upgrade all of our units to skirmish infantry. And then, let's see, build a military shipyard so we can finally get a navy going. We have a company... But we just need to get the prosperity bonus going. Yeah, for some reason, iron in Kandahar is just not being used. Ah, Barney, hello. Welcome back, my friend. Oh, you finished the video. Excellent, excellent. I'm going to look for that when this is done. Take a look at it. See what excellence you had cooked up there in Piratini. Okay. Yeah, iron. Okay, so iron's at the base price. So let's figure out what's going on in Kandahar here. Yeah, if you guys have so much iron... yeah, well, this would subsidize that. Actually, if we don't subsidize that, what is our... Because we could start using iron here. Use a little bit more iron. Yeah, why don't we switch this to steel tools? What is steel in general in our market? Sent the link to my email. Oh, great. Thank you. Yes. So I will, I'll give that a watch when I'm done here and give you a subscribe. So that I can catch more of the videos that you make, Victoria 3 related and anything else. Yeah, look at this. So actually, if you look at our industrial goods here, this side of our market's actually doing pretty good. We just need to start utilizing it more. Okay, why don't we Yeah, public trams. We're already doing that. What are we with coal? I don't think we're doing great with coal, though. Yeah, so we're not going to switch over for that. So now, when we look at Kandahar, good. So this is going to start higher enough. Okay, so let's unpause. Now we need to start making some explosives, which we're working on now. Yeah, of course. I love any Victoria 3 content, especially when it's dealing with small powers, like you have going there from what you described earlier. I love watching stuff like that. I've never really played Afghanistan. Is it rich in resources? It is rich in resources, other than sulfur. You do run into issues with sulfur, which is why we had to take Sind here. I don't always get Sind when I play as Afghanistan. So sulfur does become an issue, but you have... well, let me just filter here domestically. Yeah, you have iron everywhere. You have coal. You have lead everywhere. You have a very limited amount of logging, though. Logging is the difficult thing. So once we can make that turn with industrialization, where we start getting the PMs that really take us off logging, we'll really start to pick up even more. But, I mean, we have some good import routes going. Yeah. So, like, we have quite a bit. So we should be okay with that. But it is tough, because you start off as just Kabul. This was quite a fight to get all of this. Persia is at your throat the whole time. So is Russia. So it's a little difficult. But I'm still optimistic about the great game here. All right. Because, like, a country that has cotton, iron, coal, and wood can be self-sufficient. Then you have Haiti with wood and fish. Yeah. I would say, though, sulfur becomes a very important resource, too. At the game start, you really just need cotton, iron, and wood. Cotton, iron, wood, and coal. But in order to get fertilizer, you need sulfur. In order to get explosives, you need sulfur and fertilizer. In order to get munitions, you need explosives. In order to really start feeding your citizens, you really need to switch to fertilizer. I think sulfur becomes one of those that you really need. I think you can get by without lead. I mean, you obviously need lead, but you can survive on import routes of that. But I've had some runs, you know, Kabul included, and other places in the world where when you don't have sulfur, you feel it. And when you look at the places in the world that have sulfur, let's take a look at the potentials. It's not abundant, right? Like if you're over here in Africa, ouch. In Europe, you know, it's not abundant. Most of Asia, yeah, look at that. Like, yeah, this is why the East India Company wants Sind so bad, because you don't have it anywhere else in the country. So, sulfur's tough. That's my sulfur rant. Which is why I was optimistic about this run when we got Sind. And the British Raj have not been knocking on our door all that much. We're actually on a good relations with them. What we could also really use here is some trade agreements. Hold on. People living in Herat under dire conditions are afraid that the migration controls reform will increase competition in the job market. Oh, they're taking our jobs. Oh, boo-hoo. This argument never goes away. Looking at it this way, China is really OP in the late game. They have everything. Yeah, exactly. China is OP. They have everything, including all the land. So is Japan. Japan has, like, everything. So they have... When we look at sulfur... They got sulfur. When you look at coal... Oops. They got coal. I think the... Yeah, they got some coal. Even lead. Where do we got lead on here? Here we go. Let's look at some lead. Yeah, look at that. They have everything. The one thing they don't have is an easy landowner's IG to break. that's their difficulty. All right. Finally, we're gonna get some explosives factories, and they're building us. All right, Bukran is building us another one. I'll take it. A peaceful march in Sindh has suddenly turned into violent, as protesters and police have begun to clash in the streets. All right. Yeah, I guess we'll do that. Yeah, South Park. They're stealing our jobs. Please. We have not industrialized. Half of you are still working agricultural jobs. Everyone's always stealing your jobs. The one place they're never looking are the job holders. And all the automation I'm adding in here. That's what's stealing your job. Even in the video game, that's what's stealing your job. Alright, let's speed up here. Let's get these explosives factories, because we do have a bit of a shortage in the market. We need 26 more. We do have one trade route going. Yeah, giving us like a measly 10. Hey, we moved up to 13th. Ooh. But we are close to that. But we are... Oh, we're considered a major power now. There we go. Not bad. Not bad at all. We need more construction, though. So where can we continue construction? Oh, the standard of living is so low here. It's too bad we don't have iron in Sin, because there's so many people. In any industrialization process, it is inevitable that some jobs will have to be lost. Yeah, exactly, right? Like, it's just the nature of innovation. Jobs are going to change. You're not going to be working agricultural jobs anymore. You're going to be working in factories. So, oh well. Hey, we got 27,000 peasants in Kabulistan now. Maybe we can add some here. What? Why? I was kind of hoping that we could become friendly with France. Ooh, let's slow down here. What is going on? This is already a war, though. Yeah, what happened here with France? Why? Why did they suddenly not like us? Because they want to conquer us. Who doesn't want to conquer us right now? Seriously, like, who in the world Dominate Afghanistan. Jesus. Who doesn't want to? Reconcile? Okay. I mean, I'll take Austria. Okay, so maybe... Sorry, France, if you're gonna act like that. Citral. But we don't have the influence. I wanted an opinion on this. What are your most used companies? I've tried making one out of wood and one out of cotton and spreading the construction sector, but it didn't work out so well. Yeah. Well, in terms of construction, I mean, one of the absolute best companies is brand new in this United Construction Conglomerate. As they have all of these construction goods, and then the prosperity bonus is the plus 20% construction sector building throughput. The problem is you can't get this company until you get level 3 of the construction principle. So this is a tough one to get for that. Well, let me come back to this. Though previously opposing the migration controls laws, Hazrat Naqshbandi has considered the petite bourgeoisie's political position and instead offers support. Excellent. Okay. I think one of the best ones is that everybody has in terms of like the general ones. The Metal Corporation. So you get iron and lead, and then you get nationwide plus 10% steel building throughput. And so if you really work your companies well, they start to build iron mines, and you get this massive throughput bonus. Are you using any mods? I never see Germany forming. They always lose to Austria. Yeah, no mods. No mods at all. This was a war, actually, I was part of. Oh, yeah. So I joined France to prevent Germany from forming in order to get a guarantee independence from France. Did they get rid of that, too? No, they're still honoring that. Okay. I think a good company to combine... This one, and then there is a steel company. Where is it? Like one of the general ones. Afghan Steel Consortium. I'm pretty sure it's that one. Yeah. So that, and then the Afghan Steel Consortium. Because you'll have a bunch of extra iron from the throughput bonus in the other company. And then this one, you'll have throughput bonuses in steel. And then you get every state having plus 5% efficiency in construction. That really helps your construction boost up if you're not using the construction company. A personal favorite of mine is this one. Because you can it'll really help you increase tools. Get a throughput bonus on that, and then the plus 5% army offense is a very good one if you're going to be doing military stuff. And then the other one on top of that is this one, because you'll get throughput bonus on explosives and munitions, but a very big one, the prosperity bonus, negative 10% military goods cost. So all of your military goods will cost 10% less. Those two companies with a coal company, yeah, dominate the world. Exactly. If you're really doing like a GDP run, you put those three companies together. And then if you're able to get a fourth and just get the construction company, like, there you go. You have the best GDP in the world. Oh, let's see. Look at this. Look at our budget. It is time to spend, spend, spend. Oh, but we have... Oh, yeah, we have 30% tax waste. Okay, yeah, we need to... Wait, did we get... Yeah, oh, we... Okay, hold on. We have a PM we're not using. Okay, so this is going to increase 144 paper. Oh, there we go. Oh, so we actually have quite a bit. You know, actually, speaking of it, if you are doing like a corn lawn late game is crazy. I know. It's been the bane of my existence. I'm always like, oh, we got to get rid of that. But there's just so many laws that we still have to get rid of. I mean, we still have debt slavery. And so I got to get to that. But it's just passing laws in this run has been a grind. But if you are going to do something with like increasing standard of living, and so you want to add a bunch of institutions, or you're going to have a lot of colonies, and so you're going to anything that's going to cause you to have a lot of bureaucracy. The paper company is actually very good. Where is that one? Paper company, where are you? There we go. Because you're going to need the throughput bonus on paper, but then the prosperity bonus plus 10% bureaucracy is pretty damn good. If you're doing something where you need a bunch of that stuff. Oh yeah, so let's actually switch over to this. Paper is probably... Hey, paper is not that bad. Okay, good. And look at that. Look at us. Look at us. Now, we are still running all of these infrastructure problems. I have a feeling, though, our railways, are not hiring. Yes, I do this company on all my runs. It's indispensable. Paper is a pain to build. Yeah, I know, right? I was actually thinking I might add that in at some point because since wood is so scarce for me, it's hard to really utilize a lot of the paper. Okay, we are going to just subsidize all this stuff and then go through and try to make them profitable because we cannot have these infrastructure problems anymore. I'm having a whole bunch of mappy problems because I don't have full market access. So we are going to subsidize all of the rail industries. And then, I suppose Herat? Oh, France. I had such high hopes for you. Where's the best place to increase? So maybe here, because we should have... Yeah, so let's switch this to steel tools. So now tools should be cheaper. All right, and then we'll add another 2 there. In fact, we might as well just add it now to get the extra points going. All right, let's see here. So let's hire. I was going to get rid of the trade route. Yeah, is it expensive from them anyway? Yeah, it's not great, so we might as well just get rid of the route. In your run, did Chile eat the south of Argentina? Yeah, they usually do, right? Oh, yes, we got an advancement on that. Let's see here. Yep, they usually do that. Look at that. Look at that, Chile. I want to do a run as Chile at some point. Chile is a fun one to play. Since I did a stream recently as Paraguay, I'll probably wait a little bit. But I think when I come back to South America, maybe Chile or maybe New Granada. I forget, though, how high New Granada starts. I don't want to take somebody who has too high of a rank. I hate this. I know, right? There's something that just doesn't look right about it. Why Argentina does not move down? Maybe Argentina might be the one that I do. Brazil is a fun one to play. The only problem is for my streams I like to play as small nations, and Brazil is no small nation. But I did an offline solo one, and that was pretty good. Yeah, Argentina's AI is always so stupid. I don't understand why. Like, I wonder, is there some type of historical precedent for that? Where, like, they were just not aggressive politically back then? I don't know. I don't know why this game always turns out that way for Argentina. I've never seen AI Argentina do well. Trucial states. Yeah, I don't want any part of you trucial states. Brazil has a lot of flavor. That's cool. Since it doesn't need to keep expanding, Brazil has a lot of resources. You can do roleplay. Yeah. You can do a lot of stuff with Brazil. I mean, it would be fun at some point to do a Brazil run where you try to become like the world great power. Because I do believe you can do that with Brazil in this game with just all the resources and everything you have there. But, you know, the run I did as Brazil, I remember finding it interesting that for as big as they are, you don't have as much of a population as you would expect. I mean, you still have a large population because it's Brazil. But for a country that size, it's surprising how limited the population size is at a certain point. Okay, we need more infrastructure here. But we also... Okay, so now we can start making these railroads. Oh, well, no. First thing is coal. Let's increase coal. Let's increase wood. In fact, you know what we're going to do? We're just going to go right here. All of the logging, use rail. All of the coal, use rail. Let's see what we get with that in our market. Look at that coal. And look at that logging. Oh, what's this? Ah, Oman wishes to grant us foreign investment rights. That we will take. Law progressive voting. Oh, yes. If we could get off of closed borders, that would be such a savior. Oh, let's pause for a second. Remind me where you are again. Oh, yeah, that's right. No. Yeah, they're always asking for us. Sorry. We don't have time for your stuff. We're fighting our own great powers over here. All right. So once we get the first munitions plant done, we'll upgrade the main army. Oh, finally. We're getting some traction on here. If you want something more down to earth, Argentina is good. You can play without wars, but nothing is 100% guaranteed. At least there's a lot of arable land to have a lot of migration. Yeah, this is true. You can. That's the thing with, I think, a lot of the South American countries is that eventually you could really start getting some migration attraction. Like I said, in my Paraguay run, I eventually just started getting like mass migration after mass migration because if you can increase the standard of living, there's so much arable land. So people will just want to move there. You know, it's pissing me off, though. Why are we always 1 point shy? Like, could you people just finish hiring? if we can get 2 more, we can actually complete fabric in Kabulistan. What? Yeah, that's not going to help. One question I'm still not sure about. Can landlocked countries have mass immigration? I believe they can. I don't... See, the thing is, I don't know... any landlocked country I've ever played, the name of the game at the beginning is Get to the Sea. So by the time you get to the point where you're able to get mass migrations, I've always gotten to the sea. Same thing with Paraguay. Same thing with Afghanistan here. We were landlocked to start. So that's a good question. Can you get mass migrations landlocked? I mean, I feel like you can, but I don't have any in-game experience to back that up. A statue of King Akbar Barakzai was commissioned, and it has been suggested that it be displayed proudly in Pashtunistan. Yeah. Actually, yeah, I would say, yeah, you can, because mass migrations, you still have migration laws, even if you're a landlocked country. So I think, yeah, people can still immigrate to your land. So I would say yes, but I don't know it for certain. Although Muhammad Arif is still fighting for his cause, no one is following him anymore. Yeah, the land reformer. Actually, yeah, why don't you stick around? Because we could also use getting to homesteading. But we've got so many other laws to get to first. It's you I would like to see go. The suggestion of migration controls has caused debate among the Sunni ulema about whether immigrants will share the uniquely Afghan religious sensibilities. Has it ever occurred to you that I don't care if they do? What about Quetta? Yeah, not quite there. Do we still have... Okay, we still have people there. A man employed by a powerful member of the Afghan-Russian society is delivering lectures and pamphlets addressed to targeted constituencies in Kabul. Ooh, we could get some added legitimacy. We don't really need it, to be honest. Yeah, I don't want the landowners to have more political strength. Alright, we'll add it in Kabulistan. We'll increase the tooling by 1. We don't want to build iron, we want the company to do that. Damn, but there is... oh, and we'll do one more here. Is that iron company building, though? I hope they are. Not yet. Yeah, look at that. Come on, company, start building. Alright. Hey, up to 12th. Companies are also good for that. They take a weight off your shoulders of building. Yeah. Yeah, because they get the throughput for the construction of the building, but then the buildings they own get that throughput bonus. It's like, it's one of those things in the game that I think a lot of people don't realize sometimes is that you really need to build toward your companies. So, like, this one is going to have iron and lead. So I don't want to build any iron. What I want to build is the inputs for iron. So tools and coal. That's really all I'm going to build. Oh yeah, that's right. And then I forgot about the explosives here too. So we're building the munitions, but we should have a lot of explosives now too. I kind of want to... Okay, we're going to subsidize the explosives factories. Build it up and then start using it one by one. Oh, who's building explosives in Kabulistan? You guys. You guys are building quite a bit in our country. I might want to get rid of that. I think what I'll do is I'll let you finish this explosives factory because I want that. Actually, and I want that munitions plant. Okay, I'll let you guys finish that. And then we're going to break that because I don't want you taking any more of my wealth. Okay, so we got one munitions plant. So let's upgrade to skirmish infantry when we finish the next one. So we're gonna yes, migration controls. That is what I want to see. All right, we have to get off debt slavery here. Problem is, we really need the intelligentsia in power. When is the next election? In 2 years. But it's not going to be easy. All right, now that we can invite people, I would love to get you the hell out of here. Um, 5% of the rural folk will become radical. Yeah, fine. Whatever. Goodbye. It's very strange to see the Congo recognizing everyone half naked. Did that happen? Oh, you're just saying in general, yeah. I love playing with Congo. I feel like Congo is actually an underrated option as one of the best countries to take to learn the game. Well, I've never seen Andre Kinlaza get that old. Because they have all the resources you need. They start off isolationist, so nobody's messing with your economy, and nobody really attacks you until the mid-game. So you have a very peaceful beginning game. So you can kind of build up... Oh, and you start with literally, no buildings built. So you're building everything. So you can really get a sense of, you build this building, it affects this one, and you can kind of build everything up. All right, we got our steel mills throughput. All right, let's get ourselves an agitator who's actually going to be helpful to us. I need somebody who's like an abolitionist. Are we going to be so lucky? Because we just need to get off of slavery. See a lot of slavers out there. Well, we can get a market liberal landowner again. Ah, an abolitionist, but is in the intelligentsia. The intelligentsia already are on that side. Alright. So, this guy... The modernization movement. Well, they got a decent amount of people. They will help us get free trade. Yes, it is a great option to learn everything from scratch, although you have to rush through universities and technologies. Absolutely, yeah. You, if you're really going to keep pace, you have to do that. But you have quite a bit of people. You have quite a bit of wood. So with people and wood, you can build paper. And with paper, you can build the universities. And you have, since you're closed borders, everybody is pretty much your primary culture. So you won't have any hiring problems in a lot of those government buildings. So you can get the universities. The problem with the universities, building them, is just affording them. So you really got to like build up the rest of your economy with it. But I find it, because I find a lot of times with building universities, also just keeping up the cost of paper sometimes can just be the thing, along with the cost of running it. But yeah, universities are a must. You start off with such backwards tech. When you started off in Congo, you don't even start off with steelworking. So you can't even start using sawmills at the beginning of the game in your logging camp. It's a little frustrating. Yeah, our intelligentsia is a moderate, so we are going to invite that guy. I mean, it's just... I wish I could filter this by, like, ideologies. I wish they would add that to the game. And I wish I could get an abolitionist in any other IG, because the intelligentsia already support it, but whatever. Let's invite this guy. Muhabbat Germani. Okay, so if we can get the intelligentsia in government, we can make him the leader of them. So, yeah, this next election, well, you know, I wonder, oh, yeah, to do this, we just got to throw everybody in there. What if we throw them out? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we're going to have to wait for the election. Although, the modernization movement, if we start bolstering them now, they might help us. Okay, so we're suppressing the pro-slavery movement, although we've suppressed the hell out of them. We should keep an eye on that Cindy movement there. But let's bolster the modernization movement. This might help us. One question, in your runs, has there ever been a female president in your country? Not in anything I've streamed. No, that's not true. Yeah, in my Paraguay run, we got a female president. In quite a few of the United States runs I do, I get Susan B. Anthony as the president. But yeah, pretty sure I finished my Paraguay run with a female president. pretty sure of that. Do I not have that picture saved here anymore? Well, it's up on my Blue Sky. Yeah. Because I'm pretty sure that run finished with a female president. Yeah. Yeah, nothing. I find nothing more annoying than when you finally find an agitator with what you need. She's female. You invite her. You got to make her the leader of your of whatever interest group she is, and then suddenly you realize, I don't have women's suffrage yet. I've never done it. Yeah. Yeah, because that's the thing. You need to pass women's suffrage before any woman can be the leader of any like interest group. So it takes a while. Well, I guess it depending on what country you are. Some countries are closer to the feminism tech than others. Oh yeah, hold on. So we just got. Let's slow this down for a second. Tools are a little expensive, but we want to look at furniture and textiles. So we just got, this tech. What is the cost of those things right now in the market? Ooh, okay. We need to fix that. We actually got a lot of furniture. Not a lot of fancy furniture, though. Can we... So what if we just did it here? Okay. Oh, am I an idiot? Did that... Oh, that lowered the amount of it. Okay. Whoopsie. So that's not what we want. Yeah, why don't we do that? Of course now, it's dirt cheap. Okay, so let's take a look at... oh, wait, what am I doing? We want to labor save. We want to labor save everywhere because we're starting to run out of people. Okay, we'll come back to that. So let's look at the textile mills, sewing machines, yes. Mechanized looms, yes. And now clothing is a little bit more affordable, which is bringing our standard of living up. Yeah, Kandahar, we need that railroad. Okay, once we finish this military shipyard, then we'll start adding navies to the bottom of that. Nobody wants to join us ever. I wonder if it's worth keeping this. Because the other option is to try to join the power block of the United States. Because to win this, we can't be in a power block with any European leader. The only other option is the United States. But I would like to get certain things. But we just don't have... Ah, yes. Here we go. This is going to help us a lot with infrastructure. So my mana, I'm never going to get that right. We can get them. Oh, look at their little leader. See, we should start getting some of all of these people here. Yeah, we need an interest there. Well, forget you, France. So let's get an interest in Arabia. Start adding some of these smaller countries in. Because I just want to get... I don't even necessarily want to be the most powerful power block. I just want to be able to start adding some of these principles. Even though it's still going to take us a while. Oh, hold on, let's slow down. So we're not going towards any law. Jelly? What is that in reference to? Okay, we don't want to do any of that. Okay. Oh, yeah. Ooh, yeah, political strength to bureaucrats. Appointed bureaucrats. That actually might be something we go to next. That might be what we need right now. Yeah. Alright, so let's go to appointed bureaucrats. It's not the flashiest of laws, but it will help us right now. All right. Ah, rifling. That's helpful. Oh, were these the... yeah, the French ones. Oh, you know, I forgot. We were getting a good... Let's slow down for a second here. I forgot we were getting a good wood import off of France. I wish construction required fewer people. Building a construction sector in countries with a small population is disastrous, yeah. In many small countries... it is a simulator of a planned economy. Yeah. Yeah, that can be difficult. And there's, I think, and the thing that's also kind of frustrating is, oh my god, none of this stuff is really like labor saving PMs. It just replaces who does it. So yeah, you can't even save on the labor. But yeah, like Hazaristan, 15,000 people for construction for just 3 levels. It's just like, it's a killer. Alright, so we have the Arabia. So wait, so what did that do to our... yeah, it did hurt us on that. Okay. Egypt and the Ottoman market. So let's try to go without the French. Because they hate us anyway. And so, why waste time on somebody that hates us? So get rid of those routes. And now... import stuff from the Ottomans, the Egyptians. And then... oops, no. Hardwood. Oh, what happened here? Ooh, yeah, that's not good. Yeah, I don't know. We need this interest. We're getting good trade routes from there. Yeah, you know what? This is going to send too much of a rent. This is going to send too much... okay, here's... let me fix this, and then I'll talk about what the thinking is. So... let's get rid of the trade routes. so let's go back to the French market. When that activates, we'll put the trade routes back. It's going to be too much of a wrench in our economy. So we'll go back to the interest in France so that we can get those trade routes going again. We're about to build, when this finishes, some navy. Once we get the navy, we're going to get an additional declared interest. And then we'll do Arabia and start trying to get people into our power block. Because yeah, like hardwood here is a killer. But we can also speed up a little bit here. I also wish I could... Yeah, what is our colonization law? Yeah, frontier. I would like to get off of that so we can start colonizing here. Though I could also try to take Kakand. Well, we can't do that. My mana. What would happen if I did try to take them? Would anybody join in? Really? Nobody, huh? Oh, okay. We got the French interest back. So, let's import hardwood from France. Wood from France. And let's do our opium export to them once again. Would I even be able to colonize here, though? So they're currently being colonized by these guys. And Russia has a claim there. I might be served better just to have them in my power block. Russia's improving relations. So now you think you're gonna sweet talk me into becoming your protectorate. And still they hate us. When are these guys just going to accept the fact that you're never gonna conquer us? Yeah, look at that. And so we're never gonna get a trade agreement with them. Can we get a trade agreement with anybody? I mean, our rank is going down. I don't really care so much about that right now. Where is it? Trade agreements. Am I just an idiot? Am I dumb? Am I dumb? Can I not read? Trade agreement. Oh, there it is. Oh, one with Qing. Oh my god, that would be epic. But no, nobody. Radicals in Baluchistan seem to be getting support from discriminated Sindhi citizens within the state. Baluchistan gets migration attraction. Armed forces aren't too happy. We can afford that though. We also, so we need to get to multiculturalism because we need that for Sind. So, what are we getting on tech spread? Dialectics. Alright, good. You know what? I kind of want to go to joint stock companies next. Then we'll do postal savings. Organized sports, egalitarianism. Labor movement, quinine. Psychiatry. Then human rights. Whoa. United States. What are you? You're being so United States right now. Popular playwright endorses reform. In the midst of the debate surrounding appointed bureaucrats, one of the country's leading playwrights, strongly associated with the intelligentsia, has staged a widely acclaimed play whose politically laden theme makes no secret of the author's desire for the law to be passed. Yes, we'll take that. Alright. We're a little over an hour right now, so I'm going to take a quick bathroom break, get some more water, and I'll be right back. So give me a quick 30 seconds. Be right back. Alright. And we're back. And we're off. Alright. Okay. Alright, so what are we building now? Okay, so this railway in Kandahar. Still very much needed. The construction sectors. Ah, okay. We finished. Oh, look at Baluchistan. Hey, you guys are looking nice. Okay. So now we've got our military shipyard. So let's start using it. Let's create a fleet in Bombay. The first Afghan fleet. Just a funny sounding thing there. Ah, yes. Intelligentsia. Excellent. Let's recruit him. And then let's start off with a 20 stack. And there we go. What's this guy's name? Ibrahim Beck. Excellent. Oh, speaking of which, can we make this guy... Oh, no. Yeah, because they're not in government yet. Navy is the best way to accumulate prestige in this game, and it makes sense. Yeah, exactly. It's just like at the end of the game, if you're just trying to increase your rank, you just start spamming ships. And it does, yeah, it makes total sense, especially in this time period. Like, whoever controlled the seas controlled trade. In fact, I think I talk about this a lot in my military and Navy tutorial videos that I did, but is that it's, I think, kind of underrated that if you want to win a war, just attack the convoys of your enemy and you can really cripple them. No matter how big a military is, if you can get their convoys down, you can really even the playing field. Okay, we need to... God, I need to get rid of this. You know, after appointed bureaucrats, we might go to that next. A new guard of intelligentsia bureaucrats are outshining the landowners in every aspect of their work. This is a very encouraging omen for the efficacy of appointed bureaucrats. Ooh, 10% political strength for them. Yeah, we'll do that. Oh, okay. How are our munitions plants going? Oh, okay, so we've got 2 of them. So let's... Ooh, we lost a commander. Yeah, this guy isn't either too great for us. We definitely don't want a landowner. Oh, well, actually, it's the petite bourgeoisie we need to knock down a peg here. Yeah, we'll take this guy. Shuja Hatak. So let's... Well, wait, can we upgrade? Also, I thought... Oh, I wasn't. What was I subsidizing? Oh, the explosives. Okay, hold on. Let's slow down here. Yeah, so I'm subsidizing all these explosives factories. So which things do we need? Iron, coal, let's start off with exploding coal. Oh, we're already doing that. Then let's do iron. Ooh, we're gonna need way more explosives than we actually have. Are there any PMs for that? Oh, yeah. Alright, let's see what that did. Whoa. That is going to hurt our iron company. Maybe we don't need everybody on it. Yeah, maybe just the places. Let's pause for a second here. Zaristan, Herat, Kabulistan, Quetta. Zaristan, Herat. So maybe not Baluchistan. And maybe not Kandahar. Because we want iron to be cheap in the place where we have construction. So now... explosives. Sorry, my pancreas is calling me. My insulin pump. Okay, yeah. So we just need more of that. But now we can stop subsidizing it. Right? How are we still... How's it still this... Sulfur's cheap. I mean, yeah, fertilizer's a little expensive. Yeah, we really could use some improved fertilizer. We're gonna get a company next. Let's unpause here for a second. What's the one that helps us with fertilizer? This one will give us that, but there's one whose bonus does. Oh. Boom. Yeah, this will be the next one we go to. Ooh, plus 20% technology spread. That's interesting. All right. But we also should just get to... Okay, I just set all this up. We're going to do... So we're doing fractional distilleries right now. Okay. So we're going to do joint stock companies next. Then baking powder. Then improved fertilizer. Then we're going to finish off the rest of this stuff. Alright, actually, let's do labor first. Yeah. Okay. So we'll continue to subsidize the explosives plants for now. Oh, that's why fertilizer is so damn expensive. What the hell? Yeah, start hiring up there. Okay, now munitions. Okay, Yeah, so now let's upgrade that. We also should get some standing army in here. And we'll do that. Yeah, we can't really do it in Singh, though. Do it in Herat. I'll add 10 more there. Perfect. This afternoon, Hamza Maxim, leader of the intelligentsia, delivered a fiery speech advocating for the enactment of appointed bureaucrats. Yeah, I really want to get the intelligentsia a little more powerful here. Oops, I didn't want to do that. All right. Okay, 1883. Great game is still in play. Now we get our navy going. What's the highest we can get up to right now? So we can't go higher than 11. Yeah. Okay. So, GDP per capita in the top 20. Yeah, we really need to keep increasing construction and GDP. Literacy above 40. Standard of living in the top 20. Nowhere near that. Actually, yeah, we should be promoting social mobility here. Problem is the damn turmoil. Turmoil's it's going to be high until people get accepted. All right, what are these guys building? Anything of help? All right, we got that extra explosives plant now. So when they finish this munitions plant, we'll finally turn that off. Nice. We're at voting. It is really annoying to me, though, how we're never quite at 100 construction points. Why, though? So Herat has the population. Oh yeah, I need to go through and look at all of these things. Forgot about that. Yeah, that'll be fixed in a moment. Alright, let's go through and look at all the railroads. We'll start making them profitable. Pashtunistan. How are we on grain? Okay, could be better. How are we on lead? Yeah, we have enough. opium. I mean, we definitely should have a lot of opium. We do. Okay. Well, this should make... Ooh. Alright, so we need to get more motors. Are the motors not hiring, though? Because that's always a possibility, yeah. So, like, in Herat, why? We're always hurting on coal. So let's fix it. Southern Turkestan. And there's no people there. What buildings do we have there? Yeah, look at all this. Parties, particularly the Liberal Party, are struggling to raise enough funds for all their campaigning needs this election. Yeah, okay. We'll take that. We need to close that gap somewhere. Okay, Southern Turkestan. Man, we could do something here if we had the people. Excellent. Okay. Let's... Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Oh my god. Yeah, I can't go to free trade because I don't have anybody who wants it. All right, so we won't go to that next. Could we get homesteading? Well, the election is in how long? 91 days. I think maybe we'll wait. Propertied women would also be very good for us in order to get more workforce. We really need... we really just need this election to turn our way. We need the Liberal Party to take over. Tell me this building isn't hiring. Mohammed Arif has criticized numerous decisions made by the leadership of his own Liberal Party, calling Mihrdil Durrani excessively cautious and unwilling to address critical issues. Ooh. Yeah, you take the hit on that. You give us 20% momentum. Yeah, I don't know though. Alright. So, what's the deal here? Man of Wars is still dirt cheap. Yeah, we got a major hardwood problem. And this. Yeah, that's not going to help us. So with every level we get 15 more fabric. like, how much fabric are we down? They don't have a lot of people left. Alright, so we can build it elsewhere. Yeah, Sind, this is a perfect thing for you to build over there. So let's get that done first, because we need to lower the price, the input prices here. Although, yeah, wait, are we having a problem hiring here? Doesn't look like it. Alright, well, let's speed it up, see what happens. Ooh, we are closing the gap here. I don't know, though. This would be massive for us if the Liberal Party won this election. We can afford more construction, but we also are going to incur quite a bit of cost with this Navy. So we'll hold off on that for a moment. Just a moment, though, not too long. Okay, how about Hazarstan? Okay. So let's start utilizing that. Oh. Wait a second. Are we... Oh my god, I'm gonna just, like, slap myself in the face. Yeah, are we not doing sawmills everywhere? Like, good lord. What is wrong with you people? Look at that. Plus 83. Alright, so we could use more hardwood here then. We only have 2 places doing hardwood. Yeah, Kabulistan. Ah, we couldn't get it. Well, this is interesting. We could get them all in government. We're going to incur radicals from this, but it might be worth it. Let's do it. It's a dangerous game we're playing, but... Okay. This is looking not so bad. Let's ban slavery. That'll jump the economy up. Alright. Oh, look at it. We almost got all those cotton plantations. Alright, so they're hiring. And what are motors in our market? Oh, look at dyes. Do we have dyes? What's this? Cylon. The Cylons won't help, huh? Alright, 7. Not really in our interest. Alright. We do need to spend, though. Look at this. Well, actually... Oh, no wonder. Oh, my God. I forgot we had raised taxes like that. Ooh, I messed up on that. Ah, we've been operating on high taxes this whole time. Alright. Whoops. Sometimes you're an idiot. And sometimes you're me and are mostly an idiot. Okay. So maybe, yeah, we'll hold off on adding another construction sector at the moment. Yeah, though, this will even out those people get... Ethno-nationalists. These subsidies, yeah, we need to cut out a lot of these subsidies. The railways. Oh, yeah, okay. Let's slow down and go through this methodically. The intelligentsia have expressed their concerns about government decisions clearly favoring the interests of the industrialists. You guys are on the same side right now. Come on now. Knock it off. Okay. Let's go through all of these railways. So this one's profitable, so we're not doing that one. This one's now oh no, what am I looking at? Logging. Oh my god. Railways. Okay. So we can stop subsidizing you. Hazaristan. Okay. Yeah, we can use more cotton, or fabric, as it's called. Yeah, we need to make these things more profitable, we need to lower the price of these guys. So where can we add more of those? Yeah, Herat, come on. Does Pashtunistan have workers? They do. Okay, so how about we get rid of the labor-saving PMs? That might actually help this industry a little bit more. Now, what's your deal? Why are you not hiring? We'll speed it up. Maybe this is going to change. One question. Have you ever come across a comment about something, anything so incoherent that it makes you angry? A comment? No. I haven't, something incoherent that makes me angry. No, I haven't encountered that yet. I mean, in social media in general, yeah. But from streaming, and like YouTube video comments, like on my own videos, not yet, no. Why do you ask? Are you preparing one right now? So let's hire these all up. Alright, you're killing me here. Steel mills. Let's coal more iron. We can do that. Alright, so the cost of motors has started to level out a little bit. So let's go back. Oh my god, come on. Killing me. There we go. I swear to god, if that thing zooms in one more time, my cursor's over here. I have a problem with this. I have to learn to ignore it. Many times they are niche comments. It's just that I don't like to see people spreading information that they either clearly don't understand. Oh. Yeah. When people are like, no, that's not how it works. And it's like, no, that is how it works, buddy. Yeah, I know what you mean. I mean, that can be difficult to deal with. I think you just, correct them, put the right information if they're not going to take it. As long as you have something on there that has the correct information. Because eventually, it's a game. People will go try the information and then we're like, oh, I tried what that other person said. It didn't work out at all. They don't know what the hell they're talking about. So you'll get your vindication, you just won't see it, which is also frustrating. Representing his constituents in the Sunni ulema, Karim Khan has issued a formal petition for religious schools. Yeah, we don't want that. Ooh, but yeah, we cannot lose the legitimacy. So we can lose it right now. We're playing a dangerous game on that. It has been revealed that Karim Khan of the Sunni ulema has been having a secret affair with a member of the clergy. His resignation is being asked for. Oh, this guy's a Democrat, though. Persia has expelled their diplomats. I mean, you guys, same old tune with you. Yeah, I mean, I would say, too, press people on the comments. I mean, I've had a couple comments on my videos is like, what are you talking about? And then when you press them, like, what does that mean? Explain what you mean by this. Eventually, it's very clear their argument unravels. So you do that, too. Is fabric cheap yet? Okay, so we'll use it on that. The limited political resources of the landowners have made the group's leadership question its membership in both the anti-Portuguese League. What the what? I didn't even realize we had an anti-Portuguese League. And the Afghan-Russian Society. We'll definitely leave the Afghan-Russian Society because we're not going to do fun things with Russia. Okay, we can stop subsidizing this. Quetta. Do that. Yeah, might as well do it with opium. Whoa. Okay, we went a little too far with it, so maybe not with them. Yeah, now you're profitable. Since you like small countries, you have to play with the father of small countries. The Giga Chad Luxembourg. I know. I've taken a look at them a couple times offline. Yeah, look at that. Oh wait, no, there they are. Yeah, they're still here. Because there's also an achievement for them, so I would love to go for it, but maybe someday. Maybe someday I'll try to do this one. Yeah, this is the tough one. You're just this little dot right here. Yeah, look at that. And you got like... Well, also, I would say, so there's that and another very big one. Oh, it's not there anymore. The Krakow one. No, where is it? Yeah, it's over here. Yeah, they've already taken it. Yeah, the Luxembourg one and the Krakow one are like... Although I don't know what would be more difficult, those or the Indian Territory one. All equally daunting. Kandahar, hey, we can just stop you right there, okay? Northern Baluchistan, yeah, let's start utilizing your stuff. Oh. Oh, we might need to keep this one. There is not much here. Look at that. Alright, so we're going to have to subsidize Northern Baluchistan's railroad. But we shouldn't have to in Baluchistan. Oh, look at that. Okay. Sind. Yeah, definitely not here. Sulfur or fish? Ooh, definitely fish. Oh, wait, that's right. Oh. Why are we not utilizing that? Oh, that's why. Alright, we'll come back to that. Forming Poland, playing with Krakow must be one of the biggest challenges of the game. Yeah. It is. That was one of those that I looked at it, I started up the game, and I was like, I'm going to have to put a lot more time and effort in this than I have at the present moment I was trying it. Because that looked like a big old headache. Whoa, look at this budget. Southern Turkestan. And maybe the opium. Yeah, there we go. Although, yeah, I don't know. I think Luxembourg, Krakow, and Indian Territory. I don't know which one I would go with as being like the hardest, because they're all up there. Oh, the explosives factory. So there's no way we still need to subsidize that at this point in time. Yeah. Nope. Didn't think so. No, not that. Where's the other one? Alright, good. Okay, so all of our armies are now skirmish. Where does that put our military? We've dropped down a couple pegs. But hey, we do have a navy now. Not bad, not bad. This is slowly hiring at a snail's pace. I feel like our company hasn't built any metals in a while. Although it also very well might be we don't need any. Yeah, that would be the reason right there. Although, let's start making some money on that. Send some to Russia. Send some to Qing. Actually, yeah. Let's not totally untariff it. Yeah, okay, good. So now the company's making some money. The strategy comes down to getting help from France and Russia and being lucky enough for Austria to enter into a civil war or be at war. Oh, interesting. Okay. For Krakow, right? For Luxembourg, I imagine kind of something similar. You need like one of the large powers of Europe to have your back. Hey. Alright, let's lower taxes. Let's lower taxes and build some construction here. We can actually do both now. How many people do we have here? We got a lot. Okay. See, that was actually going to be my strategy here, too. I was really hoping to befriend France. And everything was going well, and then they just suddenly became belligerent towards us because they want to conquer us. A popular Pashtun newsletter has released a statement by Muhabbat Gurmani endorsing several poets known for their sympathies to the industrialists' interests. Yeah, we'll do this. Oh yeah, we're getting some tax. We're getting noble privileges here. Oh, we can make our guy head of the intelligentsia now. Now, can we add anybody else? What's our cooldown on this? So 2 more years. All right. Okay, so now the abolitionists, or the intelligentsia are abolitionist. Okay, October 18th. Which is completely unrealistic. Imagine superpowers go into war over a small territory. Oh yeah, Serbia and France. Yeah, yeah. As I was reading that, I was like, wait a second. Imagine that. It is interesting though because this is like the era of World War I, but really, hold on. Let me finish my point. Because World War I is like near the end of this game, you rarely ever get to like a World War I because history has diverged so much by the time you reach your end game. You have like some things that could be like this world's World War I, but never the actual World War I. The industrialists have started complaining about the existence of substance farms in Sindh, stating that their undeniable inefficiency should be immediately addressed. Yeah, we don't need any more population attraction there. I can't believe, though. I should have stayed suppressing them. 46. It leaves us like 32. Where are we building these new ones? Oh, Herat. Oh. I'm hesitant to take anything to a revolution because there are many great powers like circling, waiting to just jump into stuff for that. And we don't have a lot of friends. I might see how far we can get this before the revolution. Unfortunately, the modernization movement is not doing anything for us. I should have stayed on suppressing them. Akbar Baraksi mistook an enemy in the rural folk after accusing them with false charges. Moderates in the rural folk defected to the landowner's cause. Yeah, we'll do that. Yeah, you guys disappoint me, modernization movement. Ooh, 15th GDP. Still, though, GDP per capita is not where it needs to be. Yeah, top 20. I mean, number go up, so we're getting there. Standard of living. Yeah, we could use a school system. Yeah, we can't do public schools because we have state religion. Problem, though, is that we really need state religion right now because it's really adding to the acceptance for the Sindhi people since they are Sunnis. Like, their base acceptance is 20, but they're getting a plus 25 because they're the accepted religion. If we go to total separation, that'll drop to 15. They'll lose 10. Troops in Sindh have reported more and more confrontations with belligerent mobs. Fighting will likely break out soon, even if nothing is ordered. There's only two ways to control the situation: either pull the troops back or tell them to engage. Yeah, I'd rather take the mortality. Didn't help us there. Plantation proponents publicize policies. Defenders of continued slavery have published a wave of diatribes, treatises, and sensationalized fictional narratives, all to support their cause. The quantity, if not the quality, of these works has shaken public confidence in abolitionism. Ooh, let's gamble. Oh, good, it paid off. Alright, we're at 2 hours here. I'm going to take a quick 30-second bathroom break. So I will be right back. Very quick 30 seconds. And we're back. You know, sometimes a bathroom break is very good for clarity. I think part of my problem here is this power block. It does lower my standing with a lot of great powers, and ultimately, what is this thing getting me? Yeah, we're gonna leave it. Now, let's see if that actually does make any difference. Because maybe we start leaning towards the United States here, because we can get into their power block, and it will help us. Let's improve relations. Because they're the only non-European power block. Look at this dude. Lysander McLaren. Epic beard. I had an idea. In the late game, there could be some kind of event window that fosters war between major powers, like propaganda, provocations, persecution, or important figures. Basically, anything that brings more than one superpower into the war. Yeah, that could be a cool idea. Yeah, like an event window. Yeah, I think it could be one of those things, too, where it's like, as long as, like, Austria is still, like, a major or great power, if the German Empire exists, or actually, no, even Prussia, if Austria is still a major or great power, and Serbia is still exists, like something like that, then an event will happen that kind of pulls everything in. That seems though I feel like that is going to happen at some point in the game. Like that is definitely going to be a DLC at some point. I think once they get like a lot of the game mechanics they want underway. Oh, like a World War I DLC. It just seems like inevitable. The one thing here is that I feel like I forget what you call it. The principles of this are not so great. Trade route bureaucracy costs and competitiveness. Oh, allows establishing trade routes without interest. Actually, that would be kind of beneficial to us. An attempt on the life of the king has killed many, but spared our ruler. The complex device, itself damaged in the attack, is the only trace of the revolutionary left at the site of the attack. Ooh, could really use a minus 10% on this revolution. Yeah, there we go. So, yeah. Who's in this block? Oh, the Netherlands. Sweden, Haiti, Indian Territory, Liberia, El Salvador, Luxembourg. Hey, hey. Okay. They chose a snake as their map. Alright. Yeah. Yeah, because at the moment here, let's see, leader, Great Britain, United States, Germany, Russia, France, Austria. Alright, yeah, we're just not going to be able to do a power block, and I think it's ultimately damaging us. Alright, our Navy, though, man, they are higher and slow. Yeah, so we've run out of people. We should start getting some migration. So we really need to get open borders or no migration controls. Alright, central banking, that's good. That'll be helpful. Let's see where we are with the tech tree, actually. Joint stock companies. Okay, good. Yeah, improve fertilizer and then back to business. How is... Whoa, okay. Oh, fertilizers are doing fine at the moment. Several prominent supporters of the Shiite rights movement have approached the government with an ambitious petition to see through their agenda. The petition has been promoted as a necessary starting point amongst the movement's membership. Yeah, I don't really care for you guys all that much. Yeah, fine. Whatever lowers your activism. The Anti-Portuguese League has offered us an opportunity to provide military assistance to Zulu. Yeah, I don't care about that. Belligerent crowds have been getting increasingly provocative when confronted by troops in Sindh. Hardliners and government are demanding tougher responses, while doves are calling for troops to stand down as the first hopeful step in de-escalation. We didn't get it. We didn't get the negative 10%. All right. The GDP is doing well. Now, standard of living. Yeah, you know, I have been neglecting the clothing industry here. Well, do we have any PMs to help us on that? Okay, what we need... So the next company that we get, I mean, I would like to get the one that gives us +5 army offense. But this one would be beneficial and cut to the military goods cost. We also might start thinking about laissez-faire. How are tools in the market? Very good. So what do we need to work on? Well, yeah, so we seem to have a problem with dyes. Okay, so Baluchistan, we could build another railroad here. Ooh, yeah, let's send some opium to Russia. That'll do the trick. Lawmakers working toward the enactment of slavery ban have found themselves marred in a particularly complex set of bureaucratic proceedings, grinding the work towards reform to a near halt. Yeah, we'll do this one. Also, Quetta, what is going on with you? Oh. Why did you suddenly... Yeah, I guess because you lost market access. Well... Alright, let's subsidize your railroad. A mine in Quetta has collapsed, trapping miners within the dark shafts below. The scale of the accident has made the tragedy a story across Quetta and the nation. So... yeah, I'd rather take the upper strata to do that. All right. So that should get you back into the market here. I think, though, I'm at a point here where I have to start thinking about, like, making a move toward the Great Game, because we really need... we need to start doing something. See, look at this, too. The United States... do I have a... wait, do I have a stronger military than them? I do. Although, yeah, they have all those conscripts. Man, we really needed, though, France to not be... to not hate us so much. I guess there's Austria. Yeah, we don't want to do that, though, because we don't want to get into their power block. An ideological... oh. Can call power block members with the call ally sway in defensive diplomatic plays. What is this? Why... am I crazy here? What is happening? Okay. 2 Sicilies. I mean, that's not so bad, but I can't get into the power block. I could maybe join one of these, use it to help me, and then spend the endgame trying to get out of the power block. The most prominent members of Kabulistan high society have been seen organizing luxurious parties in the new and lavish urban buildings. You know, that might not be a bad strategy here. Did he smash his head into the cell wall? Was he tortured to death? The official story that the landowner's affiliated revolutionary died from cholera convinces only the gullible and the willfully blind. Wake up, sheeple. Only one thing is for certain. His supporters are livid, and they are out for blood. I mean, that's just a typical day on Twitter right there. I don't know what the big deal is. Pro-slavery movement, more activism. God, we're still not out of the referral phase, though. I don't want this. We can't afford to risk any revolutions and anybody getting involved in this. But let's think about this. A trade league. Ooh, that's not so bad. Ah, they have the construction one. There's only one person in this. Yeah, they're domineering. The only person who might help us here is Austria. Which isn't so bad. Could we... What would it take to get an alliance with you? So that's the thing. I gotta find an ally. Yeah, the Ottomans. You're not gonna do much for us. Spain is cooperative. Actually, they have a decent military. Sure, let's improve relations with them. Yeah. See, all of the great powers. Oh, Belgium is a great power now? So our options are Belgium, Austria, France, the United States, Russia, Germany, Great Britain. Why are you guys wary of us now? They adopted this strategic desire due to Afghanistan becoming diplomatically irrelevant. Excuse me? I've never gone very deep into the great game. Mexico wins in this game. They still have California. Oh, yeah, do they? Oh, man. Yeah, look at that. 1886 and Mexico is hanging strong. What are they ranked? 15th. Well done, Mexico. Well done. Yeah, I've done some runs into the great game. I guess my problem is I only want to win the great game as either Persia or Afghanistan. I don't want to do it with Russia or Great Britain. I did one when the what's it called? Sphere of Influence first came out as Persia, but that run I still didn't understand how power blocks worked and all that stuff. So I've done a lot of them as Afghanistan. I suppose I should try another one again as Persia. Because then I really could form a Central Asian Union power block. Because I could just take the Afghan states and release Afghanistan as a subject. And then we have that power block here. Persia looks better than these two. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, Afghanistan is a strong run. Is a strong country just in general. The Great Game is still just as difficult with Persia, though, because ultimately you're fighting Russia and Great Britain. And that's never a good thing. Every tenancy of the landowners in Sind has rental prices beyond reasonable limits. Their tenants direct their ire at the government for not protecting them. Alright, we're about to give up on this law. Alright, we'll come back to this. We're not gonna go to war over it. Although we now have a chance at a parliamentary republic. So let's try for that. Sorry, Akbar Barakzi. Well, you're 70 years old anyway. Yeah, you can go at any moment here, and we have a 13-year-old waiting. See, the key to Afghanistan is getting France on your side. I've done a run as Afghanistan before where they stayed on my side and I was able to become a recognized power. I still wasn't able to win the Great Game, though. But you do kind of need France, because France is somebody that has no problem rivaling Great Britain or Russia. The problem is, yeah, all of these powers are taking an attitude of wanting to conquer me. Everyone except Austria. Organizers affiliated with the Shiite rights movement have embarked on a focused campaign to inspire support for total separation in Kazakhstan. Yeah, we can't really do that until we get close to multiculturalism. You know, now I'm wondering, do we need improved fertilizers? We're doing okay with fertilizers. I suppose the cost of grain could be a little better and would help us with that. So, where do we go from here? See, I feel like we're doing okay, but in terms of the Great Game, we need to make a move here. But we need an ally. That is the problem. Yeah, nothing there. See, Great Qing. Oh, you know, why were we not... Huh. I mean, if we could get Great Qing... if we could get Grand Cornwalls. A prohibitive import tax on cereal grains has made it difficult. Well, yada yada yada. We've seen this like already. Alright, can we, like, just get rid of this thing now? Oh, yeah, that's right. We're trying to get rid of the monarchy. Maybe our move here is Great Qing. Oh, a trade agreement with them would be great, because we share a land border. Yeah. Yeah, we don't really need to be improving relations with Oman anymore. We don't have a power block we're trying to get them into. Same thing with these guys. Well, so now that that's the case, why don't we just take these guys over? Doesn't seem like anybody wants to get involved in it. Alright. Let's take a save. Actually, I haven't saved all night so far. Alright. Ooh, the Royalist movement. Let's try to start suppressing you. You're kind of pissed. So let's just send the cavalry out there. Oh boy, okay. And this will open us up to Turkmenia. Alright, the fleet is organizing up here. Oh yeah, look at that. So we're never going to make it to 11th though, because Great Qing is unrecognized, so the highest they can be is 11th. But look at that prestige. That's nuts. King Akbar Barakzai delivered a roaring speech in an attempt to forestall the progress of Afghanistan becoming a parliamentary republic. I never like to take a setback in the opening phase. If we take that one, though, yeah, we're going to lose 20% bureaucracy. Alright, you know what? I don't normally do it, but let's take it. Let's see what happens. I mean, I've managed to build up enough of a military. Ooh, Bukhara. What kind of military do you have? Well, this is just getting a little interesting now. Where is this state? Oh, this little thing right there. I'll get some major infamy on this, though. 85. So I definitely want to take Merv. I want to take southern Turkestan. So I definitely want to take this and that. They can keep Uzbekia. And I'll take this. And then we'll call in the main army. Crap, I didn't look at mobilization options though. That's okay. Ooh. Okay. Yeah. Here comes the World War. Ooh. There's no way Russia doesn't join into this. Oh, I definitely want that little piece of land right there. Tajikistan. I kind of want that. But if I take Tajikistan, now I will be infamous. Or I could just liberate them. Let's see, how many maneuvers do I have left here? 52. Actually, yeah, what could I do with getting war reps off of these guys? It's probably not going to be a lot, though. Now, okay, actually, so in terms of the Great Game, if I liberate these countries, they're probably not in the Russian bloc anymore. Let's liberate Tajikistan. I don't want to take any more infamy, though. Oh, but I can take war reps off of both of these guys. Then let's do that. So let's do that. How much of a military do they have? Okay. So let's call in our National Guard. I don't think I need to activate the conscripts elsewhere. Because they have, yeah, they just have 4. 20 and 24... 7 and 20, so about 60. Yeah, I should be able to take them without doing that. Now I am losing a lot of money on this and that. Okay, so let's import some liquor for people from Russia and France and China. Why not? How are our food industries? Are they hired? Are they hired up? They are. Okay. We can bring taxes up a little bit for this. Oh, speak of the devil. You can get more liquor. So who's doing liquor already? Nobody's doing liquor. Alright, so why don't, let's say you do this. Okay, so that puts liquor there. Yeah, now the food industries, though. We could probably use another import on this from the British. Just for the war. Oh, and we're not building. Well, actually, yeah, why don't we build some more food industries? Herat could use one. Let's do one in Sind when we're there. Alright. I'd actually be astonished if no other larger powers join into this. Especially Russia. There's no way Russia doesn't get into this. Alright, let's speed our way through this. We are losing quite a bit of money, though. Actually, yeah. Are we still, like, hiring people for these businesses? Okay, yeah. What? What the what? What the what? Small arms and... Oh, God. Okay. So what's going on with our arms industries? Oh, just southern Turkestan. Okay, so why don't we use rifles? Use that, and then... Oh, hello. The change in I forgot about this journal entry. The change in large-scale production from smoothbore muskets to rifles in the arms industries in Kabulistan has ushered in a new era of small arms production in Afghanistan. Yeah, we will take that. Okay. So let's see the military shipyards. Yeah, like higher here. Like what the what? Look at that. Why are they cocky? I have no idea. I have no idea why. You're heavily outnumbered. Like, is there something I'm missing? Okay. I, too, like to play dangerously. Afghan industrialists are interested in making investments in neighboring Jaipuri industries. Yeah, I'd rather keep it here. The relatively lenient Afghan immigration system has long been attractive to those fleeing their home nations. Recently, Mehmed Aitakov has petitioned to join in armed forces. What does that matter to us? But I don't want to waste a... Oh, okay, fine. Who's pissed now? The Royalist movement. For God's sakes. All right. Right. That war is going well. Private inflammatory letters written by a member of the Afghan-British Association have been leaked to the national newspaper. British officials have taken notice and are displeased. What is our legitimacy? It's actually decent. Oh yeah, well, that's because people have withdrawn from the government. Ooh, 5%. Yeah, we'll take that. We could take the loyalists. Oh, we're cordial with Qing now. But they're still cautious towards us. Oh, oh yeah. So the attitude. Yeah. Goods for the military. So small arms. Are small arms still expensive? Not really. The munitions, though, are expensive. General Arif, an associate of the Revolutionary Armed Forces, is known to have some doubts about his convictions. It may be possible to use that hesitancy to the government's advantage. Oh. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Yeah, we could use that. But we didn't get it. Prominent members of the intelligentsia, outspoken supporters of parliamentary republic, and close allies of Muhsin Maxim have been exposed in a corruption scandal. Well, we can't take another setback. Although that's going to give us a setback anyway. Alright, we'll take that. This is going to be a losing battle anyway. Alright, so let's try to end this as quickly as we can. Alright, man, I gotta sleep. I hope that video helps you in some way. See you next stream. Yeah, definitely. Thank you very much for sticking around and hanging out and watching the stream. I appreciate it. And yeah, definitely, I'll take a look at the video, give you a like and a comment, and yeah, hopefully it helps out. Yeah, thanks for watching, man. See you next time. I'll be back on Wednesday. Wednesday afternoon, I'm doing a different game called Ixion in the afternoon, but Wednesday night I'll be continuing this run. So hopefully see you then. A committee of publishers associated with the armed forces that produce incendiary pamphlets has been brought before the courts. Take that one. where is this? Okay, so what can we... Right, so maybe we'll send them over to that front. Wait, how is the National Guard on offense? Oh. Okay. Alright, this should be done fairly soon. Man, we got some interest payments pretty quickly on that, though. Mobs have surrounded an arsenal in Pashtunistan, threatening to seize the arms and munitions stored within. While the guards are staving off attacks for now, if no relief is sent, then the arsenal will fall to insurrectionists. Let's take the 5. Negative 5%. So who's still in this? Oh, Cookland. Alright, let's speed this up. Alright. So buttons. See, this would change everything for us. An alliance with Qing. But we seem to be very far away from it. Oh yeah, okay. Let's fund some lobbies. How much is that going to cost us? I think that'll be our move. If we can get an alliance with Great Qing, we could possibly make a move on Russia. Okay. That's not bad. Thank you. General Abdallah Arif, noting severe unrest in Kabulistan, has proposed using the army to suppress agitators in the area. While his political allies support him, there's a heavy risk to following his plan. Alright, good. If we could just get any advancement on this. Famine where? In Kandahar. Why? What happened? Alright, this should be done pretty quickly here. More pragmatically inclined members of the armed forces currently opposed to the passing of parliamentary republic have offered to change their stance were they to be offered certain political concessions. Such concessions would not be popular with the intelligentsia. All right. And so now... Yeah, so there we go. They're not in any power block. Man, I should have kept mine. Yeah, let's form a defensive pact. So that nobody comes in and takes you. Okay, so we took some land away from Russia. That's always good. Opportunistic members of the rural folk have defected to the Sunni ulama's cause. Fine. Is this a complete state now? It is. So we have all of southern Turkestan. That's interesting. Is it helpful? I mean, it is helpful. Actually, yeah, we should be able to build stuff there now, right? Yeah, no, not really. Well, we can at least make the railroads profitable. That still didn't do it, huh? Okay. Really? Come on now. Wow. Nope, nope. You know, we haven't built any new universities in a while. What? Why? Alright. Oh, illegitimate government. That's what we're looking at. Jeez. Everybody's pissed about this. Yeah, we're not going to get this law. So it's not helpful, and we're just creating radicals. Alright, well, now what? Bukhara, look at you. The third highest GDP per capita. That's why it's interesting that the earning recognition, you get it by having a GDP per capita in the top 20, when the top 20 GDP per capita is like this list. Who's Cooch Behar? I want to play as that country next. Ooh. Oh god, this whole thing. I always forget how to get it off this. always do this, and I forget what I did or how to get off of it. Anybody out there knows, let me know. Of all the things I know about this game, this is the one thing I find the most annoying because I can't figure it out. But I feel like I have found it before. Like it's in one of these map overlays. Yeah, we're looking at... We're looking at GDP here. There we go. Alright. Alright, now we can continue. Now that that little detour is done. Alright. Alright, so let's regroup here. Think about what we're doing next. Oh my god. Okay, we got nothing. We're not building anything. So we need more construction. Oh, look at this. And we've just acquired some in Afghan Merv. Ooh, yes. Build some there. Build some of that. Oh. Well, we don't have a lot of people. Are you not connected? Oh, the okay, so they have a big infrastructure problem. Oh, but somebody's building a railroad here. Oh, I should have privatized all of Bukhara's buildings here. Oh, good. Okay, you guys build that. Hazaristan, I believe, has people. No. Herat still has a couple people. Alright, yeah, let's build 2 more here. So, I would love to get to no migration controls. Everybody except the rural folk. Sorry, guys. Alright. Maybe that. Slavery someday. Oh, yeah. Let's do free trade. Let's get these damn corn laws finally off of my back. What in the what? I've been seeing people posting about this, but it has not happened to me yet. Paradox crash reporter. An error has occurred and the application quit unexpectedly. On the Reddit, I've been seeing a lot of people posting about how when they get to the final third of the game, lately, like recently, their games have started crashing. And I was like, I haven't noticed that myself. So whatever. This is the first time it's happened to me. Well, let's see where the autosave left us. Let me connect the feed again here. Oh, I think once the game loads up, it'll pop back up. Very interesting. I wonder how much we lost. Come on, buddy. You can do it. Oh, here we go. Alright, let me connect this. There we go. Alright, where did it leave us? Oh, pretty much where we were. Alright. Well, I think at the point that the game starts to crash... Oh. No music. I think that is a good indication that maybe we are at a good stopping point for the night. Alright, so we made some progress. We still got a little bit... We still got some ways to go. But that's probably going to be it for me tonight. So thank you for watching. I will be back on Wednesday. Wednesday afternoon, I'll be continuing a run with Ixion in the challenge mode for that. And then Wednesday night, I'll be continuing this run. So we have some more Victoria 3 Wednesday night. So, to everyone who's watching, thank you very much. If you haven't already, please give me a a follow or a subscribe. This way you can get alerted to the next time I'll be on. Other than that, have a good rest of your night, and as always, be awesome. Good night.